What is going down, SDS? You know what time it is. We talked about it yesterday, and due to popular demand, we are coming to you guys for a defensive film room against the Panthers. We're going to look at the tape, see what we liked, see what we didn't like, see where the 49ers are going to fill some holes. There are some injuries. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. But is this defense arguably the best defense in the NFL? Could be. Let's take a look. And you already know the vibes. Drop an SDS in the chat if you're vibing with this ginger beard. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. What is going down, faithful? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday as we get ready to kind of wrap up Panthers and start to focus on the Atlanta Falcons. But before we do that and look ahead to next week, we do have to talk about the performance from the 49ers defense. We're going to take a look at some of the tape and see what we liked, see what we didn't like. And of course, the injuries did pile up a little bit on the 49ers. How are they going to overcome that? Who's going to step up and in what role? We're going to look at all those types of things. I hope you guys enjoy what we're about to get into. Shout out all the SDS hopping in here. We see you guys. Shout out the Bread Gang. Good to see you. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, but let's get into this film breakdown. So we did this with the offensive film. I'm gonna do the same here. Who do you want to see first? Is there a particular player that you want to see? I'll leave it up to you guys in the chat. So let me know. What player are you looking for on the defensive side of the ball? And we can start going in. What's good? Caleb, thank you for checking in. Shout out to everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook. Oh, right off the bat, we got double 29s. So to me, that's Talanoa Hufanga. I got a good Talanoa Hufanga one for you guys as well. It's definitely one of my favorite Hufanga plays of this game. So let me get to it. This play does a really good job of kind of highlighting Talanoa's skill set, how smart he is, just his awareness. And again, it's just like, this guy's 22 years old, man. Talanoa Hufanga is 22 years old. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy that this 22-year-old is playing at the level that he is. Let's see. Let me get to it. All right. Yeah, here we go. 6:55. All right. So, as you guys can see, you got Talanoa Hufanga playing in the box. Looks like they got Tashawn Gibson in single high. They ran a lot of single high against the Panthers. Talanoa played quite a bit in the box. But you can see he's communicating over here down to Emmanuel Mosley, especially when DJ Moore comes into motion. But this particular play just kind of shows Talanoa's awareness and his ability to kind of just see it, make plays after diagnosing what he believes it to be. Because what you're going to see here is you're going to see him fill the hole because they're going to execute play action to Christian McCaffrey. So as a result, he fills the hole. If it's a run, guess who's right there? Talanoa. But play action, all right, he's going to drop back. He's going to drop underneath DJ Moore. So potentially takes away any kind of quick throw to DJ right here. Then you're going to get CMC leak out and he's going to shadow him because they are running a zone defense right here. And then bursts and takes down Baker Mayfield for a sack. Again, you kind of just get the instincts here from Talanoa Hufanga. Again, this dude's 22 years old. When I talked to Patrick Willis was very impressed with the instincts of Talanoa Hufanga. And again, that's what you get here. He's so instinctual. He knows what to do, and then he just plays freely. And it is impressive for a 22-year-old to be playing like this. So Talanoa, man, he's been balling, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. Definitely been a lot of fun to watch. I really like this play by Talanoa as well. Again, just kind of the effort, the instincts, everything that goes into it for Talanoa. This is going to be so he's going to, again, playing around the box. He's in the box here, essentially almost like a linebacker. Single high, you got Gibson back there. He fills the hole, right? So Christian McCaffrey, really good running back, is able to bounce it outside, fills the hole. What does Talanoa do? I'm going to spin out, come back, make the tackle. It's just pure effort from Talanoa, man. He's so good around the line of scrimmage. He is really ascending to be a player for this team, man. He's damn good. He is damn good. Fire. Oh, we got a shout out. Caleb says, can you please send a shout out to my best friend, Jamila McMurdy, and her Payson Lions cheer squad? They got their football team's season finale against Mountain View Bruins tonight. Shout out Jamila. Hopefully I didn't absolutely butcher that name, but shout out you guys. Let's see, what else do we want? There's a lot of good stuff to take away from this, but one of the guys that I think I've been most impressed with when watching the defensive tape is I am super impressed with Charvarius Ward. Charvarius Ward has been, especially in this game, we know throughout the majority of the year, but he has been locked down, man. This PBU on DJ Moore, he just has such good technique. He's such a fluid athlete. His hips allow him to be in position to make plays constantly. He's always in phase with these wide receivers. He's really freaking good. Not only is he good in, coverage and being able to generate pass breakups and things like that, but then you come back and the very next play, he gets a tackle in the run game on Christian McCaffrey. He's not afraid to tackle. They rely on him to, again, make these types of plays. You have pretty much the defensive line. You have Hufanga going. You have Greenlaw going. I mean, this is, this is like a goal line set, basically, and they leave Mosley one-on-one, and they bring the house. They bring everyone, basically. And by being able to shoot everything inside, they leave Ward as kind of almost like outside contain, and he does a really good job of making sure Christian McCaffrey can't bounce it outside and gets the tackle. So Charvarius Ward, man, he's been a lot of fun to watch, and of course, he made plays all over the field this game. He was everywhere. Let's watch another PBU from Ward. Let's see. Ward down here at the bottom of the screen. I mean, he's so freaking good, man. He's playing like outside leverage, it looks like. Robbie Anderson kind of threatens outside, even with the hips turned, cuts it back underneath. But Ward is able to kind of slingshot his body underneath, and that's really solid. It just continues to just show how good of an athlete he is. He's a great athlete, man. He is a great athlete, and he's performing at an extremely high level. Extremely high level. Uh, especially with this game. And then let's look at since we're on the Mooney hype train, let's look at the PBU in the end zone. Let's see, we were at 24:55. All right, so you got Ward on Robbie Anderson again. This is actually a really good throw by Baker Mayfield to give Robbie Anderson an opportunity to go after and get this ball. But again, there's no separation. Like he's right there. He's able to turn his head, locate the football, and then use those long arms to stick it in between Robbie Anderson's and just get the ball out. Like this probably would have been a catch. It's terrible camera work here. But this would probably be a catch on a lot of cornerbacks in the league, but great job. Great job by Mooney to make sure Robbie Anderson doesn't come down with that football. There was this play. I love this play because it felt like I saw some offensive line technique out of Mooney Ward. Like gave me a little bit more respect for the cornerback position. We look at this guy. He's like dropping into a pass set. You got the back pedal, but then when he's trying to determine like what the route is by the wide receiver, you see the wide base, you see the hips drop, hands up, almost like a kick step. You get like an anchor. He's all over it, man. So we keep hearing it. You heard it from general manager John Lynch saying this dude's worth every penny. He is absolutely worth every freaking penny. Charvarius Ward is a freaking stud. And again, I love the technique. It reminds me of offensive linemen. Again, offensive linemen, they're moving backwards. So not surprised to see, good hips, good base, wide base, feet don't come together. Almost like a kick step, like a pass set, hands up. You get the anchor, drive, PBU. Honorary offensive lineman, Charvarius Ward. Shout out Ward, man. He's balling. Even I don't know if I have it logged, but the play that he did give up, you can make the argument that it was a push off. He was again in great position, but hey, you got a veteran push off from the wide receiver. They didn't call it. You live to play another down. Ward was balling, man. He obviously the loss to Emmanuel Mosley is going to be huge. And the 49ers, you'll see later on in the tape that they have to like figure out how to like overcome the Mosley injury, whether it's Ambry Thomas, Samuel Womack, or Diamador Lenore out there. So we got to see them out there. But it is going to be very interesting to see who ultimately plays against the Falcons. But not only are we getting individual efforts from, the players, D'Amico Ryans, man, is out here cooking with gas on the defensive line. And kind of like how he's working up these fronts. So like this particular front, for example, again, just shows like the creativity that uh D'Amico's playing with. You got an overload front. You've got, I think this is Omenihu, Jackson, Ebukam to the right of our right to the center. You have Nick Bosa out here. You have Fred Warner lined up in the B gap on the line of scrimmage. You have Greenlaw off ball in the B gap. And then watch this like switch they do last minute where Warner comes over, gets on CMC, Greenlaw blitzes. You have Drake Jackson right in the passing lane, forces Baker to dip out. You get penetration up front on the center from Charles Omenihu. Almost get a sack here from Nick Bosa. But again, this is confusing for an offensive line. Like, you got an overload. You've got Fred Warner sitting in the B gap right in front of you. It turns into a stunt, basically, where they're bringing Drake Greenlaw around and blitzing him. And then they're switching Fred onto Christian McCaffrey. D'Amico's out here cooking, man. He really is. Corey says, I thought signing Ward was one of the top free agent moves this offseason. League and a lot of the faithful treated it as super low key. Glad it's working out. Well, you were right, Corey, because Charvarius Ward is playing like one of the best cornerbacks in the league right now. He is playing at an extremely high level. Very, very high level. And he's, again, we're going to say it a lot. He's worth every penny. He's absolutely worth every penny and what he's been able to do this far within this defense. Let's see what else we got. 212 or 12 10. So again, I really like what D'Amico's kind of cooking up here. So this one to me was interesting because it's like an overload front, kind of like what we saw the play before, where you've got three defensive linemen, one head up, Kevin Givens head up on the center. You've got Hyder in the 3 tech, and you've got Drake Jackson on the outside, but you have Samson Ebukam, again, almost like a stand-up linebacker. And then watch the stunt that they run on the interior, because it's essentially 5-on-5, and then they are able to slant Ebukam and Givens and bring Kerry Hyder around. Kerry Hyder almost gets there. But these fronts that we're seeing, they're nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I think there's a lot of potential here with what the 49ers can continue to do to make it really difficult on opposing offensive lines. Look at Bosa just toss this dude with ease. He's pissed. Bosa's getting held all game. Bosa almost gets his hands on the ball. Look at how close Bosa is to batting this one down. Then he just throws the tackle down. Get off me, man. Shout out Chili Productions. Thank you for joining the Sourdough Squad. Appreciate you hopping on, my guy. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. What's up, Supernova? Chili says Falcons was probably best cornerback duo. Hey, we'll see. We shall see. Let's see. What other stuff do we want to get into? We've talked about Ward. Ward's been a baller. Charles Omenihu was all over the place. I feel like every game is like one step away from getting a sack. We'll start with the actual sack that he had. But Charles Omenihu continues to be a problem, and he's going to be rushing from the left side. But he continues to be a really good, like, he almost gets there at the first attempt, almost gets his hand on the ball. He does get his hand on the ball, almost gets it, loops back around, cleans it up, gets the sack. And that's really nice. It's really nice. But Omenihu's all over the place. He's constantly one step away from getting home to the quarterback. Like, here's another example. He's going to be playing shaded off the center. Oh, no, not this one. My notes are a little off. Yeah, here we go. This one he's in the 3 tech, but he's so close to getting home. He's constantly in position to make plays. Omenihu's going to get that sack production. It's going to come because he's constantly around the football, around the quarterback. Like this one also, he almost comes away with the sack. That's the Mosley play. Here we go. So you got Charles Omenihu right here. He's going to slant inside, gets by the center, almost gets Baker, gets his hands on him, but absolutely disrupts the play, completely ruins the play. And Drake Jackson comes around and finishes it off. Omenihu's all over the place. He's been really solid. He's been a good addition this year. So I really, really like what I've seen from this guy. He's good. Our headache man is back. Welcome back. I'm glad you enjoy pain. And what's good, Don? We got Don in the chat. You love to see it. Let's see. Chili, I got you, man. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're locked in. But I see it. Chili says, who do we need to step up for the Falcons game? Well, on the defensive side, we're going to have to figure out if Nick Bosa is going to play. Eric Armstead already been ruled out. Doesn't sound like Javon Kinlaw will be able to be available either. So it's these guys on the interior, these guys on the defensive line, whether it's Kevin Givens, whether it's Hassan Ridgeway, Drake Jackson, Charles Omenihu, Samson Ebukam, pretty much anyone not named Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, and Javon Kinlaw are going to have to step up on that defensive line because we don't know yet if Bosa will be playing or not. So it's kind of TBD at this point. But you can get an idea right here. All these rushers, it's not Nick Bosa. You got a lot of the backups in at this point of the game. But I do think it's going to have to be a lot of these types of guys. And I'll show a play from Hassan Ridgeway. Let's see, 31-53. So you got Hassan Ridgeway right over here. Does a really good job to absolutely create penetration, blows up the pooler, and just disrupts everything on this run play and is able to get CMC down. So it's going to have to be a lot of these guys. You know, it's going to be your Omenihus, your Ridgeways, your Givens, your Ebukams. Those are the guys who are going to have to step up for sure. And of course, when we look at the secondary, you're going to have to see probably a Samuel Womack. You're going to have to see a Diamador Lenore. Those guys for sure are going to have to step up. So a lot to it's going to be a team effort for sure. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy at all. But I think the 49ers can get it done for sure. And speaking of guys who could step up, let's take a look at one of those guys. I'm interested to see who plays outside. I think it might be Samuel Womack. We got a little glimpse of it. Let me see if I could find the play. All right, 3106. So this one, Womack is in the slot. He's on Shi Smith. You can see right here. He's pretty solid coverage. He trips at the end. Talanoa Hufanga does a really good job of timing his hit right when it arrives and forcing the pass breakup. But not bad coverage here from Samuel Womack. You can't see anything on that one. But you also saw plays where he was lined up outside. So it's going to be interesting to see. Like this play right here, you can see he's lined up outside. You've got Demo in the slot, and you got Ambry Thomas up top. So they have Womack playing both inside and out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will definitely see what happens. Chili says, my last donation. Score predictions. Ooh. I think it could be a high-scoring game, actually. At Atlanta, a couple injuries on the defensive side. I think it could be a little bit of a barn burner. So my way too early score prediction just for you, Chili Productions, because you've donated and you also join the SDS just for you, my boy. I'm going to say maybe like 30 to 24 49ers get the dub. I think there's going to have to be a lot of back and forth in this game. So we'll see. But thank you, Chili, for the donations. He says I have to leave and go make ice cream in 5 minutes. Make the best ice cream that you've ever made, please. Let's see. What other good plays did we get out of this game? Fred Warner continues to be Fred Warner. Let's see. I really like this play from not this one. This one. Watch Fred shoot this gap. Boom. Fred's a missile, man. Look at Fred. Baller. We need to mod Don Burr. That would be legendary. Yeah, we got to make our resident Detroit Lions fan for sure a mod. Don says, Chili, tell boss Don said chill. Okay. Javi says, Brad, put up the hit Lenore did. We all know what hit we're talking about. Yeah, it was a nice hit. It really was. Let's see. Where is that? There it is. So you got Demo outside? Yeah. So again, we've seen Demo play outside. We've seen Samuel Womack play outside. We've seen both of them play inside. Ambry is the only one who consistently plays outside. So it is going to be interesting to see what the 49ers ultimately do. I would imagine you're going to see Mooney Ward Samuel Womack and Diamador Lenore out there when they're in nickel. But this is the hit. Boom. Rocked them. Not a great angle. Cameraman was super slow getting to the outside, but great play by Diamador, reading the quarterback's eyes and coming downhill, lighting up Shi Smith. Boom. So the 49ers defense. Oh, we also started to see Kamoko Toure. So we got a decent amount of Kamoko Toure towards the end of the game with Nick Bosa out. And again, you got like these NASCAR packages where it's all defensive ends. These are all defensive ends outside, minus the middle linebackers and the A gaps, but defensive end, defensive end, defensive end, defensive end, linebacker, safety. A lot of speed on that front. A lot of speed. DFF had a nice sack. Definitely like this sack from DFF. Not that one. This one? 3801. Here we go. DFF looked fast here. Woo! He got around in a hurry. Great job by Akeem Spence and Hassan Ridgeway. Hassan Ridgeway taking on two guys. They do not see DFF at all. DFF gets home. Even if DFF doesn't get home, Kamoko Toure might have got home as well. He turned the corner pretty fast on Ike Ekwonu. Like, you see how he gets to the spot, the depth of the quarterback, and then just cuts it. So maybe even if DFF doesn't get it there, maybe Kamoko Toure, we'll see. I mean, he's kind of loading up to throw, so maybe PJ would have got it out, but still, Kamoko Toure not bad in that instance. But these are the guys that are going to have to step up. Especially if you don't get your mainstays out there. Let's see what other good plays were there. I thought this play really showcased Talanoa Hufanga's closeout speed. So look at where Talanoa starts and see where he finishes. I mean, he's pretty damn good. I think we can all agree. He's pretty damn good. Watch the burners like right here when he decides it's time to go. I mean, that's a lot has been made about his speed, and he had a couple plays that he wasn't perfect on the day. I wouldn't say Talanoa had a clean sheet. I would say there's probably 2 or 3 plays he would have liked to have back, but again, this dude's 22 years old. What he's able to show in his first year as a full-time starter, it's pretty damn impressive, man. It's pretty damn impressive. Plenty of opportunities to get better, too, for Talanoa, which is great. Dre Greenlaw has been a tackling machine for the most part the last couple weeks. Great job of getting CMC out. But, someone, I think, who said it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Jesus says, Brad, what about the Greenlaw hit? I got you. So Greenlaw hit was here. We're about to find out. Boom. I don't know about you guys, but this play totally reminded me of Quan Alexander. Can you guys not hear me? Oh, the bots want to have some fun. Can you hear me? Yes or no? Seeing bad connection in the chat, so we'll see. All right. Look at Freddie. Remember that? So remember we saw this kind of setup. We had Ebukam, right, standing up, overload. Look at how wide Bosa is. Fred Warner. I think in that other setup, it was Ebukam. He slanted and took these guys. Omenihu would have slanted. This is like, it's like flipped. So this is how you can get kind of creative as a defensive coordinator, kind of like scheming up the offensive line. So we saw one where it was a similar setup, but it was Ebukam in this position. Ebukam engaged center guard. They slanted, and then it was Hyder looping around. This time, it's the opposite, and then Fred loops around. Fred almost gets there. He gets a hand on him and definitely disrupts the play. But D'Amico's cooking, man. Uh 219 can't hear me because he's just got a massive headache from this channel at this point. So it's okay, 219. The headache will go away, I promise you. After you listen to me long enough, you get used to it. It won't hurt your ears as badly. I promise. Let's see. We got a Kevin Givens play. Love this play by Kevin Givens. Trying to get the block down from the center. Givens does a really good job of beating him upfield with leverage and then cuts it off and just shoots down the line of scrimmage to blow this up. Also, it's a really good job too because they're trying to run right into this hole. Really good job by both Omenihu and Greenlaw to one for Greenlaw to take on the puller in the hole and Omenihu to squeeze down. So there's really nowhere to run for McCaffrey. Good job by Warner too to get to the spot, and then Givens cuts it off and wins from the backside. So pretty good. So this defense has the potential to make up some of the losses that they've suffered from. Gibson's been pretty damn good too. I'm not gonna lie. He hasn't been tested too much, but he's been solid when they've asked him to do so. Overall, I think this defense has the depth to overcome these injuries, but they're going to be tested. They're definitely going to be tested, especially against a team like the Falcons, who have some decent weapons. It sounds like the Falcons are going to get Kyle Pitts back and Drake London, the young rookie. So it does seem like those guys will be back in the fold for the Falcons. But let's see. I think I covered most of it. We got Charvarius Ward, Masterclass, Hufanga being Hufanga. We've got Fred out there. We got Greenlaw. We got plays by Gibbons, Omenihu all over the place. D'Amico Ryan's cooking it up. Akeem Spence showed some plays. Akeem Spence had some flashes. Let's see, where's Akeem Spence? I think he's right here. No. Yes. I like this from a pursuit standpoint. The fact you don't give up on the play, you track it down, and you put yourself in position to make a play. So I like that from Akeem Spence. It's pretty damn good. So these are the guys that are going to have to step up. 49ers added T.Y. McGill, I think, yesterday to the practice squad, a defensive tackle. So I think the 49ers understand they're probably going to be out with Eric and Javon. So guys like this are going to have to step up, and I like these plays. I thought it did. Oh, we didn't do Mosley's pick six. How dare I? How dare I? All right, where's the pick six? Good call. Good call. Good call. Where's Mosley's pick six? Where are you? Where are you? Come out to play. Oh, man. Did I not log it? I might have not logged it. Let's see. Where was that pick six? Should we find it manually scrubbing? Probably not. I swear, where is that? The pick six was nice too. Definitely big time mistake by Baker Mayfield to double clutch it. I don't know why he did that. Don't know why he did that. Let's see. It feels like it might be coming up. Let's see. For some reason I didn't log it, which is interesting. Where's that dang pick six? Huh. Well, I didn't log it. Second quarter, last minute. Thank you. So what's the timestamp? Second. Not it. There it is. There it is. Thank you. There we go. And this man will be missed. He will be missed greatly. Emmanuel Mosley, legend. Pump fake. I don't know what Baker was doing. But that little pump, this little pump he does right here, that thing was enough to sail the pass high. And then E-Man does the rest. That was a fun play. That was a great play. Sucks, man. Definitely terrible to lose Emmanuel Mosley. he was playing at such a high level. He was playing so good. Best ball of his career. He's playing so good. But that's probably a good place to stop. Good place to stop there. So, really, the defensive performance, and I'm not gonna there was some decent plays being made, by the Panthers offense. They just weren't consistent, but they got into some spurts where they were making some decent plays down the field and doing some good things, but they're not consistent, and the 49ers were taking advantage of the mistakes that they were making, and ultimately came out on top. So it's going to be a test, I think, this week. I don't think the Falcons are someone that the 49ers can take lightly. 10 a.m. start time. They are staying on the East Coast at the Greenbrier, so they'll be acclimated. Their body clocks will be up to speed. So I don't think it will be too big of a deal as it normally would. But still, I don't think the 49ers defense can take the Falcons offense super lightly. And with some potential injuries, we'll see if Bosa plays. He did not practice today. And I don't know what their plan is, if they want to put him out there and potentially risk getting him injured. I don't know if that's what they want. So we'll see. But I would imagine that they want Bosa healthy for week 7 against the Chiefs. So that'll be something definitely to monitor in regards to his health, his availability moving forward. But the defense is stout. They've got depth at all levels. Again, next man up mentality. I think you're going to see a lot of Deommodore Lenoir, Samuel Womack on the opposite side of Mooney Ward. So we'll see. We will see as it continues to progress throughout the week. But I also think the 49ers have the depth on the D-line to kind of overcome it. They play really well as a unit. So even though you don't have some of your studs, they do a pretty solid job of playing together. And all that good stuff. So I think that's going to be it for today for the defensive film review. I appreciate everyone tapping in, hopping in and watching along. We will have 49ers State of the Franchise with Jason Aponte. That will begin at 1:45 Pacific Standard Time. So make sure you tap in. We're gonna recap, get his thoughts on this game against the Panthers. We're going to preview Falcons, get Aponte's thoughts on all things in between. So that live will begin at 1:45, and I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Shout out to everyone who tapped in. I appreciate you guys as always. But I will be back 1:45. See you there, or be squared. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it.